Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
I'm 56-year-old. My wife is 55. We have a son that's 16. And my wife's been retired about 2 years. I retired about 2 months ago. And we bring in enough for all of our expenses on a pension. You know, our pension does that. And I've got $30,000 in a 401k at my company previously, and $70,000 in a emergency fund, and about $400,000 just sitting in the bank. Like a dummy, I just didn't invest anything. Everything goes well, we're fine right now, but inflation and any kind of buying a vehicle, we're going to have to go into that nest egg.
Let me start. I'm curious. You're 56. You're probably going to live to 96. You plan on sitting on your butt for 40 years?
Well, no. I wanted to do something I wanted to do because I'm away from home about 2 days a week with the job I had. So
yeah. Okay. So what do you want to do?
I don't know yet.
Okay, that'd be a good thing to figure out yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get with it. I'm 65. I can't believe you're sitting on your butt at 56. Yeah, you need to go do something, man. Make some money, and that solves a lot of these problems. The second thing that solves a lot of these problems is investing the $400K.
Please.
Okay. So in 2023, if you had it in an index mutual fund called an S&P that reflected exactly what the stock market did, and 2024, you would have made 23% and 26% those 2 years. Now, that's not normal. But just to point out, okay, here's what that means. That's $50,000 a year. Mm-hmm. You've lost $100,000 by having that 400 sitting on its butt in a bank account instead of invested well. Mm-hmm. $100,000.
Yep.
Why didn't you do it, Daniel? What were you risk averse, or were you just never got around to it?
Meet EveryDollar budgeters Christy and Steve. Their life is chaotic, but their money is simple because they budget with EveryDollar.
Budgeting with the spreadsheet took a ton of time.
But now with EveryDollar, I can do a budget in 5 minutes.
And tracking purchases is just as simple.
It's so freeing to know exactly where your money is going.
It just takes that stress out of the day-to-day life.
You got this, Hannigan family. EveryDollar. Create your free account today.
Why didn't you do it, Daniel? What were you risk averse, or were you just never got around to it?
Fearful. I've been conservative all my life, and
good.
Too conservative.
Okay, that's good. I can work with that one. All right. So here's the answer. There's two kinds of fear, and we've all got them. There's fear of something that will hurt you, and that's a real fear, and you should stay away from something that will hurt you. The other thing that we're afraid of is things we don't understand and don't know about. Okay, you're standing in the middle of the interstate, 18-wheelers coming at you. You should be afraid, and you should move. You're going to die. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Right.
You're going to touch a hot stove. You should be afraid. You're going to get a third-degree burn. Okay? Don't do that. That's a real fear. If your 7-year-old son, or when he was 7, he's 16, but if he was 7, is learning to ride a bicycle and he's afraid, well, he might fall over and scratch his knee. He ain't going to die. And he's going to get the joy of learning to ride a bicycle. So he's afraid of something he hasn't learned to do yet.
Right.
When I drove a car the very first time, I distinctly remember I was 10 years old. My dad tossed me the keys and gave me no instruction, which was a really dumb idea. And all I can remember is it was a gravel driveway, and when I pushed down on the accelerator all the way to the floor, I just about emptied the driveway with the back tires throwing gravel everywhere until the screaming stopped from all the neighbors, my mother and my dad, and I let off the accelerator finally. But now I've learned to drive a car, and I'm not afraid of cars anymore. But I was afraid that day of cars, okay, with good reason, because I didn't know what the heck I was doing, right? So that's where you are with investing. Investing is not the 18-wheeler or the hot stove, it's you don't understand it.
Right.
And it's not, the good news is it's not rocket surgery. You can do it. Everybody can understand this. It's not that hard. So Jade and I are going to send you to the SmartVestor Pros at RamseySolutions.com. Click on the website, get one of those. And Jade, you came at this the very first time. I had a finance degree, so I had a jump start. But you and Sam sit down with a SmartVestor Pro the very first time. You didn't know beans.
No.
How's that? That's pretty intimidating.
It's intimidating. And I will say, I think it's helpful if you can engage with a show like this or do a little bit of research on your own. So at least you can, because there's lingo and jargon and you want to feel like you understand that. Yeah. But if you sit down with the right person, they can help you understand it a little bit more.
It's really, I mean, because here's the thing. You buy a house, well, that's an investment. There's no guarantee. The federal government does not get, there's no FDIC for your house. You could lose the house. You could lose the neighborhood could go up in a sinkhole. You'd lose everything.
There's always risk.
I mean, but the neighborhood could go bad.
Sure.
And instead you go, okay, I'm buying a house in an area that has a long track record.
Right.
The trees are big enough I can predict the future based on the past.
That's right.
And that's what you do with an investment. You pick out something that's got a long track record. And then you got to understand how to do it, like you had to understand how to buy that first house.
That's right.
And there's 19 moving parts, but they're really not that complicated. Once you do it once, you go,
you start to figure it out.
It's doable. So, I think if you move that 400, Daniel, into some good investments and then get back to work, and because you're going to have a better life, man. It's just more enjoyable. There's no dignity in sitting on your butt.
You got to use your skills in your mind.
Yeah, go do something big, man. Go do something big. Go make twice as much money as you've ever made in your life. Start you a business, and you go, wow, I'm so glad I quit that ugly job.
Act 2.
Yeah, here we go.
Dave, this is my favorite question. If you didn't do finance and real estate, what would you do? If you had to make yourself have an Act 2.
Finance and real estate. Well, that's the only things I do.
I know, but I'm saying if you didn't do that, if tomorrow you had to pick something else, what would you pick?
I don't have any idea. But before I decided, before I decided to not do this, I would have an idea.
But
because
now that nothing comes to mind.
I would go straight to the next thing.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm a teacher at heart, but I'm not going to the classroom.
No.
So, but I'm going to teach something. I'm going to lead. I love business. I love running a business.
Okay.
And so I would open something. Open something, helping people some way. And it would probably involve teaching in some way or another. But teaching's part of leadership too. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but yeah.
I thought you might have something off the wall.
No,
a pilot.
I never wanted to be a
masseuse.
pirate or a secret agent. No, never did. So
A pirate.
so just don't have any. I don't have any busted Dave dreams. None at all. It's all good. So none at all. No busted Dave dreams. Oh, yeah, that's it. Anyway, yeah, that's what I would do. I would sit down with a good SmartVestor Pro and get it going that way. And I think that'll show you. Begin to teach you. They've got the heart of a teacher.
Yeah.
And having the heart of a teacher is the big thing.
And I do want to say this, because you asked the question. When you first hear and learn about investing, the first time it doesn't sink in. The first time you hear it, it's just like, it's like when you wake up in the middle of the night and you turn the lights on to go to the bathroom. And then when you turn the lights off, you're like, you can't see anything. Yeah. That's like what it is when you hear about investing for the first time. You're like, what was that? I don't remember. Where was it? And then when you hear it the second time, it sinks in a little bit more. Then the third time it sinks in. And before you know it, you've heard it several times. And now you're like, oh, I get it. Now I understand. So it's okay if the first time you hear it, you don't fully understand it. Yep. That's normal.
Okay. I'll go with that. That's good. The point is, learn about it because it's not going to kill you.
Yeah.
You need to learn about it and get comfortable with it. And that'll get you there. Wow. Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.